I guess one of the predictions I do have is I definitely feel like we're probably going to get something when it comes to Roman and Jay because we
Hmm.
can't move past that storyline when it comes to, the current Jey Uso when it comes to how he's viewing things. So I feel like eventually we're probably going to revisit that in the match because obviously the last time that we saw them together, Jimmy was in the background. So it's like, how do
Hmm.
we evolve that storyline? How do we get to the next step when it comes to exactly, what's going to be the next page of the story when it comes to Jay evolving as a person? So if I had to look at a prediction that I could potentially see, that's definitely one of the predictions because you can't just, build to that, have Roman there to push it more, and then, just forget that it ever happened just because,
Hmm.
Jay's acting pretty chill now and everything. I feel like eventually down the line, you got to figure out exactly like, okay, what are we doing here with that, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense.
Oh no, it does. And like also with, and because I'm glad you started with like the Roman J part. Because that's gonna be something I think people are gonna be latching on to, because if you remember, I think this was like a month or two ago, when one of the pieces of advice that Roman gave to Jay was, hey, you need to just think of yourself. Like, stop trying to help everybody. Stop trying to like be the good guy and all that. Just think more of yourself. Think about getting to that top and all that. And with that idea, now you can kind of twist it in a way where like Jay might be questioning Roman's motives here. Like, oh, well, you told me to not worry about other people. Why are you now worrying about other people? Why are you now inserting yourself in war games and everything? So we can start kind of telling that story a little bit, kind of moving forward with that, with those character developments as well, because depending on Roman's answer will kind of depend on what Jay does in the match. Like, will he kind of fall in line with everybody, or will he see Roman as he still is, as this uh very selfish like guy who just wants to be in charge of everybody and wants to rule and command everybody with an iron fist? So really looking forward to that. And I mean, of course, Jimmy just being in the middle of everything. I mean, poor Jimmy for one, like having to deal with all these egos on that team. But it's going to be interesting how things play out when it comes to war games.